Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Strv 103B. It's the Swedish Tier 10 tank destroyer. And this one is being driven by Tiger of Tigers. Yeah, it's that expert player again. And he's got 1 mark of excellence on his barrel already. I wouldn't be surprised to see 3 on that barrel very, very soon. Because Tiger of Tigers is one of those players that can really push the limits. And he's on Prokhorovka, South Spawn. This is a standard battle. And we're off. Now the 103B was the culmination of the Swedish Wedge product. It had a gas turbine engine instead of the standard one. It had other devices as well, like laser rangefinder, infrared devices, and the ability to have an amphibious add-on, which made it very effective. And the Swedes had 220 of these in service in 1970. And we've got our first victims. I say victims. Well, they are going to become victims as soon as Tigers gets to work on them. Okay, he's headed over to the far west side of the battlefield. Going to make use of those bushes in the ridgeline. He's got some tanks for company. I just hope they don't alert the enemy to where he is. He's got a lovely ridgeline to work from here, and the wedge is really good for doing that. Progetto, 46, doesn't get the first shot in, looks like it bounced. Gonna go for the IS-4, he'll definitely hit that. Yep, he did, but it didn't penetrate. Went into the gun bandit. Fires another round in, not seeing where that one went. Moving a little further up, there's a Progetto 46, that's the tier 8 one. This is tier 10 battle, by the way. Backing down a bit. Having those other tanks nearby is really cramping his style. Why they're not the reason why he's not getting hit? So we got a hit there. 409 hit points. He's got a 105mm gun here, so he should be getting penetrations. Okay, IS-4, tier 10 heavy. No. Didn't get through on that one. You can see where all the bouncers are on the side of that vehicle. A lot of shells are bouncing off the armour. Now is Tiger of Tigers going to get around him? He's holding fire for the moment. A lot of people come up this side of the map. Very few have gone up onto the hill. They've all congregated near Tiger of Tigers. Now, can he get a weak spot? No, not again. As you can see, it uses APCR as standard ammo on this particular tank. So if you hit by APCR from a wedge, it might be they're using standard ammo, not premium. Fires another round in there. That one looked as if it went into the ground. Somebody's got a pen though, just above the engine deck. Or just on the engine deck. So far, all he's got is that 409 hit points of damage plus the 211 from the spotting. And these other tanks seem to know that Tiger of Tigers is rather good. I think they might be XVM. What's the word? Well, they're gathering around him for protection. They know he's good, so they're seeking the wisdom of the master. And I knew that. Yeah, 356 hit points. That's why. You see, you can get shots like that in. And he takes the IS-4 out. 413 hit points. Kills him. Now, no other targets there. There is a Type 4 Heavy and an Object 430. You can't see them from this far away. And he is actually being crowded out by all these teammates. So I think he's going to leave them to do that. And he's going to go somewhere else. Now, I think actually it's a wise decision to go for these bushes because the enemy looks as if they're going to overwhelm the hill and come down into the cap area, and if he's over this side of the bushes he should be able to do a lot of damage into those tanks as they cross the railway line. Yep, unfortunately we just lost an AMX 1390. Now he's partially double pushed there because there's a tiny little bush in front of him. But he's also got a ridgeline and he can retreat if necessary. So he's taking up position behind another bush. It looks like it. He's gone to siege mode. Let's have a look if he can fire up there. No, he can't at the moment. There's nothing in view. Nothing to fire at near the crossing. Oh, now there is. Object 430's come up. Lovely round into the side. 400 hit points. A Bulldog is approaching. It's on the railway line. Gets a shot into the Type 4 Heavy. 456 hit points. That was a wise decision actually to look north. And he takes the Type 4 Heavy out. 355. That Type 4 Heavy was a tier 9 opponent. Now the Object 430 is coming to view again, pushing, and he gets a round into him, 360 hit points. He's still on this side of the tracks, gets another round in, 404, and the Bulldogs cross the railway line, and he's racing across. The Object 430's gone, pushing a wreck over as cover. That ST1 should know better. He's going to get penetrated in the side of the turret, and that could lead to an ammo rack. He got 366 off that one, 403 into the SU-101, who's retreating a bit. He's worried, 370 hit points. Oh, they're being slashed to pieces. It was a really good choice to move over here. He's got the high caliber now, took the ST1 out. There's an SU-101, takes him in the rear, kills him. Object 140 is pulling back because he knows he's in danger. He can't really get a good shot into Tiger of Tigers from that distance. It's going to be very difficult. Once you're in siege mode, you're actually presenting a very low profile target to the enemy. And using those bushes there was absolutely perfect. It was like a shooting gallery. Right, we've got a Jaeger approaching from the north. He's getting close, very, very close indeed. Going for the weak point between the turrets, between the tracks. Gets a lovely hit there for 441. Can he get another one in? Yes, he can. 350 this time. He's now up to 5.7k damage. Another round goes in, 374. He's now over 6k damage. And he finishes off the Jaeger for 318. This is a masterclass on how to destroy the enemy using a wedge. Oh, Progetto went down, just got too close there. Going for the Object 140. He's going to have to move a little further forward. Not coming out of siege mode because he really doesn't want to risk getting upset by an unfortunate shot while he's in the wrong mode. He has switched out now. I think that's because he wants to reposition this. An AMX 65 ton further north, but obviously he needs to get the position on them. He needs to get the jump on them. So he's pushing up now. There's the Progetto. Finishes the Progetto off, 302 hit points. Object 140's been seen. Oh, he took a shot there, but it bounced from 28. There's the 65 ton. We took him around from the 65 ton, but it's not too much. 267. He can now get this Object 140. Oh, took another round from the Prot. This is going to be awkward. Can he get the 140? He's a bit over that ridge line. Better to go for the prototype. Get that one out of the way. He fires that. He doesn't get the kill on the prototype. That goes to the T62A. Now he's approaching the 140. Coming up to the ridgeline, the bushes. He's about to see that 140 in a second. I'm sure that 140 will come forward. Or is he going to pull back? This is very awkward. We've got a Borsig for company. Oh, there's the Indian Panzer. 31 hit points, easy kill. If he comes up above the ridgeline, he's stay in the dip. If he stays in the dip there, it's difficult to get a shot in. Borsig's going to do it. Yep, he's got him. Okay, 65 tons coming to view, so's the 140. Fires around into the 65 ton for 352. Needs to turn for the Object 140. Fires another round in, and he gets the 65 ton. There's the 140. And he's now in firing range. Yes, gets him. 394 hit points. He's now up to 7.6k damage. And the last target comes into view. It's the T49. And oh, this is where it gets awkward because the T49 is going to out. Oh, that dirt round hit him and set him on fire. And he's not got a fire extinguisher because he's using cinnamon buns and coffee, I think it is, isn't it? He's using cinnamon buns anyway. And yes, no, oh, he doesn't get a shot in, but he has got one teammate with him. And that time he finishes him off. T49's gone, 300 hit points. Radley Walters wins the battle. and shows why all the other players were gathered around him. For safety's sake, when you've got Tiger of Tigers on your team, you're very likely to win. So let's have a look at this end of battle results, see how we did. And it's an ace tanker for Tiger of Tigers. Not surprised that he got an ace tanker, really. The guy is very, very good. He also picked up a spotter badge for getting at least 1,000 hit points of spotting, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 8, a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who did damage to him during the battle, and 65 ton, I think, was one of them. Can't think what the other one was. It may have been the 140. Fire for effect for dealing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle. Radley Walters for getting at least 8 kills. He did get 8 exactly. The high caliber for dealing the most damage in the battle. And lastly, the Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. So let's have a look at team scores. Top of the table, 8,346 hit points of damage. He really murdered the enemy team. That's more than double the highest score, next highest score on his own team. The other guy who survived, the T62A, he also managed to get 8 kills, 3 more than the nearest scorer on the enemy team. That Object 140, who was being very cagey when he crossed the railway line, but after a while he came over and managed to dispose of quite a few of Tiger of Tigers' teammates. And he's also top of the table when it came to base XP with 1282. That's nearly double. It's not quite double the highest score on the enemy team. So let's have a look at detailed report. Well, he fired 34 rounds, got 26 direct hits, 23 penetrations. Now, some of those shots that missed were actually at the start of the battle, where he was finding it difficult to hit the enemy tanks at the other side of the battlefield. They were definitely more than 300 meters away. He got 8,346 hit points of damage, of which 6,117 were at more than 300 meters, and a lot of that was gathered when those enemy crossed the railway line or came over the center line, and he just effectively shot them all to death with the minimum of ease. It was just the perfect move to take over to the bushes on the other side, get away from his teammates who are crowding his style, and from that position onwards he just shot away as many enemy who presented themselves to give up their souls. He got 4 hits from the enemy. 3 were penetrations, 1 was non-penetration. Of course, one of those set fire to him from the T49. It was a dirt round. He blocked damage of 400 hit points, probably with that which went into the tracks or bounced off the armor. He also damaged 10 of the enemy, 2/3 of the enemy team, and he killed 8 of the enemy. That's more than half of the enemy team, and did damage assistance of 1,461 hit points. On a premium account, he made 86,012 credits, but due to the repair and the ammunition resupply, and he did use a fair bit of premium during that battle, and he was using the cinnamon buns as well, so he has to pay for the premium consumables. He actually made a loss of 16,407 credits, but that's okay because he did manage to get a very good result out of it. He also received 1,923 XP times 3 for the first victory of the day, so he took away 5,769 altogether. But I think this proves that Tiger of Tigers is one of those players you really love to have on your team, because you know you're going to have an interesting battle, and he's probably going to carry everyone, but interesting to watch how he does it, because once you've seen how he does it, and if you can repeat it, you can become as good as him. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.